Let me repeat that again. This is what Councilman Kenny asked. It says, those four, it talks about solely only for those four areas: unregistered, suspended, or registration, or unlicensed, or a suspended license. Are you permitted to take the car? This is the question. If the person cannot produce an auto insurance proof that he is not, that is not grounds for removing the vehicle. Judge Perry said no. Correct. Judge Perry said correct. There's not grounds for taking the car if they don't have those things. This is the meeting that they had, but it's not public. It's a scam that's going on. Everything that they're doing, they only targeting certain areas when they're doing this. And then it also goes into Morano asked the question. That's right. If your car gets confiscated for one of those four infractions, they're not criminal acts. All moving violations are infractions. That's all they are, breaches of contracts. But they never teach people that they're contracts. But this is the case. I mean, the meeting that they had. And then they also was talking about how it wouldn't cost the city 10 cents to do it when they started implementing it. But see, people need to have the motor vehicle law book to actually find out, can they do that? Now, what they taking the vehicle, what they claiming to take the vehicle under is Title 6309, which is, where's 6309 at? Now, I'm going to read to you what it is in this book.
And which book is that? This
is the Pennsylvania Motor Vehicle Law.
Okay.
And they have this in the courtroom, believe me, man. They have this in the courtroom. 6309.2. Immobilization and towing and storage of a vehicle for driving without operating privileges, right? And then it goes on, if a person operates a motor vehicle or a combination on the highway or traffic ways of this Commonwealth while a person's operating privileges is suspended, revoked, or canceled, recalled, or disqualified, or an other person's is unlicensed as verified, appropriate law enforcement officer in cooperation with the department, the law enforcement officer shall immobilize the vehicle, and appropriate judicial authority shall be notified. That's the way they're supposed to do it. Immobilize don't mean take. It means to stop it. You remember they used to tell you to get out your car yet? You just said that the last time, remember?
Right. Yeah.
That's what they're supposed to do. You're supposed to stop it, and that's due process, and then you have a hearing on it.
Right.
They don't do that because they know people is not reading this. That's one of them. There's only two ways they can take the car. Now this is the second one, just for those that may be looking and say, well, they quoting 6309.1. Where's that ticket at? Did I show you that ticket? This is their tickets, right? On the back of their tickets, they have all the citations that they will give you on the back of here. But on here, they only have a couple of them. 6308 they got on here. 1606 they got on here. 1501 and 6308 and 1311. This is on the back of any ticket that they give you, right? Now, I'm showing to tie everything in on what they're doing to people. Now, 6309.1 says impoundment for non-payment of fines, vehicles in combination with a gross vehicle weight rating at 17,000 pounds or less. How much a car weigh? That sound like a truck, don't it? It sound like a truck. It says a weight of 70,000 pounds or less. So which one are they charging people? Then there's another one, 6309 period. So when they give people tickets, which one are they quoting? 6309.2, 6309.1, or 630.9? So the other 630.9 says impoundment of a for non-payment fines for vehicles combination gross weight rated at 17,001 pounds or more. Don't no car weigh that much. That's a tractor trailer or a truck or a bus or something like that. It has nothing to do with your private vehicle.
Most of those motor vehicle laws is referring to
commercial vehicles.
Right.
And this is why I had this set up over here, because in this is from a law dictionary, and it talks about motor carriers, and it talks about the city having the right to regulate the streets by motor vehicles for hire, and the issuance of a license being permission. This is out of a law dictionary.
And what definition is that from?
This is from a Black's Law Dictionary.
Black's Law.
You know, it says the license is a mere privilege. The license to operate a motor vehicle is a mere privilege and not a contract property right. So everybody keeps saying it's a contract. It's not a contract. It's a contract property right. So I issued it to you so you can work for me. So that's how I become the privilege or the permission. Because now what am I doing? I have to give back to the roads when I tear the road up. So that's why you pay the tax. So you know the license is nothing but a tax. So now if I'm using the road to tear up the road, I have to give something back to the city.
Because of that weight. and pounding on the
Exactly,
road.
because you tearing up. Now watch who's violating this every day. You got cops sitting on the pavements, you know, laziness, sitting there clicking lights, and if you see them pull up on the pavements, they supposed to pay all that. They supposed to have licenses, but they tell you that you're supposed to have it, and they're taking people's property without due process. And there's like mad case laws, man, that I have on that. Where's that case laws at? And it talks about, did I bring it? I believe I left it home. And it talks, I had an attorney, actually a prosecutor, ex-prosecutor, and was giving me some case laws how they couldn't take the car without having a hearing. If I can find it in these piles.
What about if a person don't have a driver's license?
The thing is that I'm very careful about telling people not to have the driver's license because I know how ignorant the police are.
Right.
People need to be educated on this type of information, have the motor vehicle law book, so if you do or don't have the license, you know how to go in and challenge them. Because they have this book. When you go to traffic court, they have this book. You can quote every section in here. And actually, it has by definitions inside. It has definitions in this book also. And now, I'm just run off a couple of definitions they got. It says passenger. A motor vehicle except a motorcycle designed primarily for the transportation of persons designed for carrying no more than 15 passengers. This is passenger vehicle. You're just not going to see the definition of regular passenger. Passenger vehicle, what do? They pay fare, don't they? It's a commercial activity. You won't see regular passenger in this book. Motor carrier. It says it's a motor carrier vehicle, a truck, tractor, trailer, combination, gross weight, registered gross weight exceeds 17,000 pounds. That's motor carrier vehicle. Motor vehicle. A vehicle which is self-propelled except one which is propelled solely by human power or by electric power obtained from overhead trolley wires. Which one do you have? That's all you have in here. So which one everybody having? Which one? The motor vehicle, motor carry vehicle, motor vehicle, or which one? Okay, this is what you'll find in the book. So don't think that these attorneys, these judges, they don't know this, because to be a judge, I know in the Commonwealth, you have to study Title 75, Title 42, and Title 18.
And that's why you need to be a judge?
Yeah. The administrative judges, traffic court. So they have to read this book. So if I'm sitting there and I know this, and that's why I couldn't be the judge. I mean, I would have this book sitting there and be like, wait a minute, let me analyze this for a minute. No, they don't have that. They don't have this. Okay. Dismissed. Not guilty. See? But now, we were just talking about liens, right? He even talks about liens in this book. It says, owner, a person other than a lien holder having the property right and a title to a vehicle. Other than the lien holder. Because you could have your wife being a lien holder and you could be the occupier. But now, if they were to take your car, they have to contact the lien holder. They can't sell the car without till the lien is released. See, it's interest. Just like they can do it on your house. If you owe a water bill, they can put a lien against your house. Can't do anything, right, until you satisfy the lien, right? Same thing you can do with your car is to put the lien against the car, and they have to contact the lien holder in order to release the lien. So you could say the car can be worth, let's say, $3,000. You can say I want $10,000 for the vehicle. Now what happens? You're setting yourself up to get compensated for your property being taken. That's how you set it up. It's very simple. So that's why I said, whether we have the license or not and don't have the license, they can still never have jurisdiction. It's because the ignorance of the people, they don't know. Rather, I know where I'm at and I know who I'm dealing with, so I can deal with or without it. So what we got to do is start exposing that. And these people in traffic court, that's why sometimes people go to fill off in traffic court, as soon as you get out of traffic court and move it to common pleas court, they throw the case out. Because some people may tie it up. See what I'm saying? They may tie this up and have it going on and on. Because I used to go in the courtroom and quote every section out of the book. And they used to have, I know the DA for PennDOT, they carry a yellow one. But it's the same book. So I would quote every section in here inside the court, because now we are in a court of records. Traffic court is not court of record. So they can say what they want to say. It could be a stenographer, it could be a tape. So usually that's why when you go to traffic court, they can say what they want to say. Shut up. What? Guilty. So when you go in there, say, I want an appeal. I don't even want to be in here. I want an appeal. I want to get it moved to Common Pleas Court.